All right, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to the movie Hangout. Today, we are going to be talking about the upcoming movie schedule for the remainder of 2017, going into 2018, the spring of 2018, and the rest of the winter. There's so many good movies coming out that we're all hyped for. We're going to run down the list. We're going to say which ones we are the most hyped for. I think we all have different opinions on which ones we are more hyped for than others. But we're going to run down the list and get our opinions. Are we excited to see this? You know, who's excited to see what? And what you guys are excited to see. Because I love going to the theater and getting that experience. I don't know about you guys, but watching a movie in theaters with a group of people, whether it's your friends, family, or just random ass people who are just there to experience a movie, it's such an awesome feeling, dude. Like, it is so much fun. When people fucking clap in a movie theater for a movie, that's fucking epic, dude. I don't know about you guys. Like, that is so cool. So we're going to run down this list. Obviously, we're going to start with the more recent ones that are coming out next week, or this week, actually, is when this movie comes out. But we're going to go all the way until the next summer, like June, July of 2018. And that'll be where we're wrapping up. Obviously, these are going to be movies that really go toward what we want to watch. There are going to be some other movies out there that come out that we really don't have that much of an interest in, or that don't have that many big actors in it, or just don't have a big promotion. Jesus Christ, did you just throw up? What the fuck was that?
It sounded like you threw up, man. What
Yeah, I thought he was about to throw up. Shit.
I did. It was like I burped backwards.
Oh, God. That's disgusting. Anyway, let's hop right into this. This Friday, we got It coming out. The remake, the reboot of It. Stephen King's It, if you guys don't know. They did make the live-action It, Carnation, whatever you want to call it, back in, I forget, I think it was the 80s when that movie came out. If you have not seen it, check it out if you're into horror movies. If you're not into clowns, I highly recommend not watching this movie because you will have nightmares. But I'm excited for this movie only because I loved It. I actually read the book, Stephen King's It. I love the book, and I love the original film. This one, though, this one looks fucking good. Like, it looks actually terrifying. And that's what I want in a horror movie. I think that's what I've been missing out. Like, there haven't been that many good horror movies that have come out recently.
You want to come out of the theater with your pants soaking wet and full of shit because you got scared so much?
Yeah, dude, that's the kind of horror that I don't want to see any gruesome shit. Like, I hate horror movies that just are like Saw. Saw's a perfect example of this, where it's just carnage, blood everywhere. Like, more like gruesome, gory than actual, like, oh my god, that just terrified the fuck out of me. Like, I hate those. I don't want to see these, like, you have to pull your eye out to get a key. Like, no, I don't want to see that. That's disgusting.
One of the things that I think is, like, better about the, like, okay, that just, like, holy fuck, that happened, is you're not expecting it. And another thing is, in Saw, how likely is that to actually happen? Like, you get kidnapped and you have to play a game in order to get out. Like,
how play a game?
But if it's something like, what is it, Final Destination, where it's just, like, out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, random
it's
shit.
Like, oh shit.
I love that franchise.
Yeah,
I love those movies.
Oh, dude, Final Destination was fucking awesome.
They're good. Now that's a movie that'll get you.
Yeah.
That one, dude. I forget which one it was in, but the one where they're on the highway and the car, the wood truck. Yeah, dude. That one fucked me up, man. That fucked me up.
Every time I'm driving down the freeway and I see one of those motherfuckers,
you don't want to be behind that,
man.
man.
Dude. No.
Shit, like, but that's what I want out of a horror movie, man. I want that kind of thing.
I make people get to the other side of the freeway with whoever I'm with. I don't give a fuck. We're going to another exit.
But that's something that I love about horror movies, is that it's actually fucking takes a piece of you. Like, oh, yeah, you scarred me. I'm not gonna go near any of those anymore. No,
you're not
I've seen that movie. I've seen how that ends. I don't want any part of that. But I miss that in horror movies. Like, I feel like all the horror movies today is all jump scares and like.
Yeah. Well, that's all you really need to do to get 16-year-old girls.
But I've played those video games. I know when the jump scares are coming. You know, I think video games do better horror movies than the horror genre right now. If you guys have ever played a little game called Until Dawn, that fucking game was scary.
You played that game? I love that game.
I love that game. One of my favorites.
Yeah, that's one of
But I think it is going to be... You never played it?
No, never have, never will, so... yeah.
I think Rick should start a YouTube channel and do a run-through of Until Dawn.
Yeah, dude.
No, you know...
Hold on.
You know what I kind of wanted to do, dog, but I'm, like, definitely afraid of doing? Is going into the virtual reality shit and doing one of those scary shits and making a video for it. But dude, I know if I do that, I'm gonna scar myself for life and I'm gonna be hitting so much shit, dude.
Dude, I know. But I love those games. I love the horror games that you have to walk through with like a flashlight and that's it. Like I fucking love those.
The moment you turn around, you're screwed.
Exactly. That's why I love it.
Have you guys ever played Slender?
Yeah,
that's another creepy, like shit like that. If the movies
Resident Evils are a good one. I love those ones as well.
Yeah.
But we're talking it. This one is expected to be huge, like breaking records, huge by the box office. And this is like for a horror movie nowadays to do that, like that is huge because no one goes to see horror movies anymore. Like. Unless it's Halloween. Like, that's the only time that you will ever see people going to see horror movies. Only because, like, we go back to what we were saying about how the horror genre is just so cheesy. Like, it's so predictable. It's the same format over and over and over again. But now we're getting an actual killer clown that looks terrifying, that haunts children. That boat scene still scarred me. Yeah, like that shit. Man, I'm so excited for it. I will be seeing this. I will not be seeing it with Danielle because Danielle is horribly terrified of clowns. But moving on to the next movie that we are going to be discussing. And this one I think we are all pretty excited for, and this one comes out in November. This is not the DC movie that is coming out in November. This one's coming out before that. We got Thor Ragnarok, the third installment in the Thor series. I don't know what movie in the Marvel series, like 20, I don't even know. But this is kind of that partner up, that Hulk and Thor partner up that we've all been waiting for. This movie looks fucking dope as shit.
Yeah,
I am so excited. You know, one of
trailer for that was amazing.
It was. The Comic-Con trailer, yeah, that one was fucking epic. The villain looks like a villain. Finally, in Marvel movies, they're actually adding someone who is a good villain, who you are like, yeah, she's kind of a badass. Like I'm down with that. Like, yeah.
I like her, but she's a fucking bitch.
She is a bitch, but that's what a villain needs to be. Like, you need to have a villain who's a bitch. I mean, she breaks Thor's hammer. Like, that's pretty fucking epic.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And then Chris Hemsworth, you know, cut his hair and shit. Go into, like, I need to cut my hair, depression. I don't know. But, obviously, this is more of a... This is going to be like kind of... We're going to see a gladiator fight between the Hulk and Thor, which I am super excited for.
Well, another thing is, if you notice, I don't know, this could be in a fucking Marvel movie I haven't watched, but he actually, like, controls his anger and talks as Hulk.
Well, yeah, the Hulk does have his own personality. The Hulk is a separate person than Banner. So, he when he left in Ultron... he went to wherever they are in Ragnarok, and he becomes this crazy gladiator. Like he becomes this big, like amazing kind of Russell Crowe gladiator dude. If you don't get that reference, it's Russell Crowe from Gladiator. But like Thor versus Hulk, who do you got? Who do you got winning that battle? This is like Batman v Superman, but for Marvel. Who you got?
I gotta go with my main man Hulk, dog.
Of course you went with Hulk. It's your favorite one. Like,
well, because look,
biased.
Not only that, but if you notice, like in the trailer when they're sitting there talking, and the Hulk's like, he's a big fire, and then Thor's like, well, me too. You know what I'm saying? Or they talk about that, and then when they're in the spaceship, and they said, oh yeah, we fought, by the way.
Oh yeah,
And
when Banner and him talk.
Banner goes,
I
oh yeah,
forgot.
who won? Who won? And then Thor's like, all like sarcastically, oh I, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I just gotta go, my man Hulk just fucked
Dude.
him up, dude.
Dude, the first trailer when Ragnarok got released, or the first trailer for Ragnarok, when they released the gladiator fight with Chris Hemsworth and he sees Hulk coming out.
Comes out.
Yes!
Yeah.
We know each other.
I was like, okay, this is gonna be a
We're
fucking hilarious
friends.
movie.
From work.
Yes.
That is fun. I was like, yes, this movie's gonna be fucking epic. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be kind of a Guardians feel to it. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for this movie.
That's actually what I got from it too. I didn't even realize that, but yeah.
It's going to have a Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it. And that's what I'm excited for. Obviously, Doctor Strange is going to be in this movie. Spoiler alert for Doctor Strange if you haven't seen it. Post-credit scene.
It's
Thor,
actually a good movie, Doctor Strange.
Thor makes an appearance, so that's all I'm going to say since Willis hasn't seen it. But he will be in this movie. But then we also have... One of the things that I like about now what they're doing with Thor is that Chris Hemsworth wants to be funny. Like, he wants to be a funny Thor. We saw bits and pieces of it in Avengers, when the Loki thing comes up. Mind your words, he's still my brother. He killed 80 people in, 2 days. He's adopted.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's adopted. Like, those kind of things are perfect for, Thor. He can land those jokes if he's written correctly. And Chris Hemsworth is a good actor that can deliver those jokes. And it seems like this movie is leading into we're gonna get a funny kind of buddy film with Hulk and Thor. So I'm excited for that. I cannot wait. Again, going back to that Guardians feel. Loki's gonna be in it as well. So everyone was kind of worried that Tom Hiddleston, I think his name is, wasn't gonna reprise his role as Loki. He ended up obviously being so, and he's going to be in Infinity War as well. So that's exciting for all the Loki fans out there. I'm not a huge Loki fan, but I think
Hiddleston.
Sorry. So I was right. But I think he serves his purpose.
Oh yeah.
I'm just excited for this movie. I'm excited for every Marvel movie because I'm a Marvel fan. I love these movies. I love comic book movies.
For real, dog.
Movies, this is a great transition because we're going right into another comic book movie, but it's in a whole different universe. And it's kind of the Avengers of their universe. We got Justice League. Justice League is coming out November 17th, 2017. We are 2 months away. We're getting close to 2 months, about 2 months. Away from this movie releasing.
Sorry.
This movie, I'm excited. This is probably I'd say this is my top 3. This will be my third choice for this year's movies coming out, as far as hype goes. And the reason I say that is because I watched Wonder Woman again last night. She's just so fucking awesome, dude. I love Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot, how you pronounce her name, my God, she is going to carry the fuck out of this movie. I am so excited.
So excited. Yeah.
What do you guys think? Are you hyped for Justice League? What are you excited for about Justice League? What are you excited for?
I think she's gonna come in. She's gonna fuck some shit up. That's exactly what I think. She's gonna come in. She's gonna take charge over everybody else, and she's gonna be a fucking badass. That's what I think.
What do you think, Rick? You're shaking your head. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, she's gonna be a badass, but I mean, ultimately, overall, she's not gonna be in charge of everyone because obviously Batman's gonna do that.
Not in charge, but I feel like she's gonna have a very important role.
I mean, she's gonna have more of a say in things than Flash or Aquaman. You know what I'm saying?
More relevant.
Well, they're the newbies, yeah, of course.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying though. So I mean, I feel like she's gonna be a badass overall. Who obviously isn't gonna think of that if you haven't seen Wonder Woman? You're gonna know she's gonna be a fucking badass.
Oh, even in Batman vs Superman, she was a fucking badass.
Exactly. And I need to rewatch that again, but
dude,
that's
Ultimate Edition. Do not watch the theatrical version of that movie. Ultimate Edition.
Whatever's
Buy
on
it.
fucking...
Buy it. If you, this is a message to all of you people out there who have only watched the however you pronounce it, the
Theatrical.
original version of Batman vs Superman that came out in theaters. Buy the Ultimate Edition. You'll thank me later. It's 100% a better movie.
I'll just
That's
thank
it.
you now.
Disclaimer. But anyway, we're getting back into Justice League. Let's finish what we were talking about. What are you hoping for with Justice League? What are your hopes for this movie? Rogue, or Willis, what's your?
Honestly, I'm kind of just thinking like I can't really say more than just like a good villain, obviously, and they don't make it cheesy and they don't like use the wrong thing. Normally, with like from what I hear from Batman versus Superman, a lot of like the timings of things don't really correlate, you know?
Right. Well, that goes back to what I was saying about the Ultimate Edition. It does tie things together. So if you do buy that, it adds 30 minutes to the movie. So it is a long movie, but it's worth it.
I don't want it to be like stupidly like just okay. They just throw a bunch of shit out there. Hey, we had a really good idea. We're just gonna put it down and hope you can fucking decipher it.
Yeah.
I want it to be straightforward, and I want it to lead up for the rest, and make sense and everything, you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Did you hear Michael?
No.
Jesus. All right. Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. Rick, what are your hopes for this movie?
Honestly, I'm hoping this movie brings DC back from the grave. Because they basically dug themselves into the grave with Batman versus Superman because of just the
And
timing.
Suicide Squad. I think
And
Suicide Squad was another
exactly.
one. Yeah.
Like, and just with the timing of the release of it, they just dug themselves a hole. So I'm
Right.
hoping this movie doesn't fully get them out of the hole, but brings them a lot closer to what they are now.
Right.
And so, I mean, if they do that and the directing's good to where it can do that, I feel like this movie is going to be good. It's going to be a real good movie.
Yeah, for sure. I think that, I'm hoping that Ben Affleck gets a redemption. I hope he gets the redemption that he deserves as Batman. I hope that Wonder Woman still brings it. I hope that Aquaman is as funny as he looks in the trailers. I hope the Flash is as funny as he is in the trailers, because I actually like the Flash from what I've seen.
Batman?
What are your superpowers? I'm rich. Like, those kind of things, that has a very, if you have never seen Avengers, that has a very Avengers feel to it. Those are the kind of lines that Tony Stark and Captain America said to each other. The
Tony
little
Stark
quote,
with Spider-Man.
the little quote in Ultron, just this simple one. When Tony says
At
shit.
the beginning. Yeah.
Language. Like, that is perfect. That lands. That is a good joke. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
funny, 'cause I
hoping...
rewatched that.
I'm hoping that Justice League doesn't take themselves too seriously, and that's what Batman vs Superman did wrong. In my personal opinion, they took themselves way too seriously. They made it way too gritty, and they made it way too dark. Wonder Woman had those kind of little lines in it. That's what made Wonder Woman so great, in my personal opinion, was that it had those funny moments, but it also had those very, very serious moments, and it had that very dark, gritty feel to it that DC is known for. Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn was hot. That was it. That's literally that's all you got out of Suicide Squad. Will Smith is good at acting. There you go. That's all you got out of Suicide Squad.
Even though that movie was like kind of shit and like cheesy, I loved it. Like I still fucking.
You like it?
Yeah.
There
Like, I
are
could go
moments
back
in
and watch
Suicide
it.
Squad.
I
Yeah.
could go back and watch it again. Like even though it's all cheesy, it gives you that kind of like. This is like a comic book kind of badass, like fucking Deadshot. He just comes out of nowhere, says whatever the fuck he wants to the fucking cops, and just picks up a gun and shoots everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's so simple, but it's so funny to me.
The movie is not a perfect movie, but it does have moments of greatness. It does. You can't deny it. There are funny moments in the movie that make it a decent movie and watchable. But, I mean, Harley Quinn fighting aliens and shit in heels, wearing underwear, no, that doesn't make sense. But it is nice to look at.
Make sense.
But getting back on topic with Justice League, though, I think with the DCEU as it stands right now, you started with Man of Steel. Okay, movie. You introduced a new Superman. He looks like Superman. His uniform actually doesn't have his underwear showing, so that's cool. And General Zod was a good villain. Batman vs Superman, you released the wrong movie. You should have not cut it up into little pieces and released the Ultimate Edition as the actual movie. Would have been a much better and much more successful.
You should have just waited for Wonder Woman, then released Batman vs Superman.
That too. Or no, you should have waited for Wonder Woman and then released the Batman movie and then did Batman vs Superman. Because like Batman, if you obviously everyone knows Batman, but like he just got thrown into the mix for no goddamn reason, and Superman didn't know who Batman was. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Like,
But then we go into Suicide Squad, which was not amazing. It had issues, and it was a little bit better than Batman vs Superman, but it still had issues. And it was released before Justice League. Like, not sure about that one because a lot of the villains were from Batman, and you haven't even released the Batman movie yet. What are you doing? Like, the majority of the villains in Suicide Squad are Batman villains.
Are they? That makes sense now.
Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Killer Croc, the Joker. That's 4 villains right there.
Yeah, never mind.
They're all from the Batman universe.
Yeah, I don't even know why you asked that question.
I honestly don't even know why I did.
I bet you feel stupid now.
I knew the answer to that. It's like Michael. Like, Michael asks a question, and then he answers his own question.
Yeah, but then you have a great movie in Wonder Woman, and you have success, and you're like, oh, there is some brightness out of this fucking dark world that we've come in to know as DCEU. But it hasn't gotten there yet. Wonder Woman landed. Now Justice League, bring it home and bring us back, please. Make this universe great again. Because Man of Steel started with a decent movie. Bring us back. Wonder Woman's starting to, getting the ball rolling. Finish it. Obviously, with, maybe the new director, because Zack Snyder had to step away. Joss Whedon, I think his name is, something like that. He directed the first Avengers movie. So, fingers crossed that kind of magic carries over to Justice League.
League of Justice League. There we go.
Yeah. He's finishing what Zack Snyder started, so he took over once Zack Snyder had to step away. So,
good. Okay.
It's exciting. I'm excited for Justice League. I'm hyped for it. I'm obviously not going to get my hopes way too high, but I am pretty excited for this movie. Are you guys hyped for it? Are you excited?
Extremely.
Will you be seeing it opening week?
I'll probably be the opening weekend.
I'm kind of a baby, so I have to have people drive me places.
I'm gonna see it.
Sucker.
All right, so we're moving on.
We're able to drink at my movie theater by that time.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah!
Oh shit!
Hell yeah, dog!
Oh, your movie theater has a bar in it?
Yeah, it do.
The one down the street from me has a bar.
Yeah,
oh
dog.
Shit! Yo, Rick's fucking
I'm growing up, dude.
movie theater has a bar in it.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm coming down to watch. Yo, let's have a Justice League party. I'm coming down, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm excited.
They have those all over the place here. Now you can buy like tall boys and shit like all around California. I don't know about Texas.
It's a full bar. Bottled draft beer, fucking tequila. It's a full bar.
We have either a full bar or you can just buy beer.
Ours is a full bar, dude. Come on down, Jack. I got room for you.
Yo, I might have to, dude. I might have
100%.
to.
Come on.
All right, so we're gonna move on though from getting distracted. We're gonna continue in November this year. We got a movie, and this is one of those movies that I don't think a lot of us would have interest in as much, but I think it's gonna be a good one, and I think a lot of people are gonna go see it. It's called Wonder, and it's a movie about a kid who has some I forget. It's like he has facial issues, so his face, he had a lot of surgeries and such, and it's kind of scarred. So they're sending him to school for like I think the first time, and his parents are worried obviously about bullies and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And the trailer that I watched is kind of heartwarming, and I think a lot of families are going to go see this. And I want to just throw this in there. Obviously, this isn't something, like I said, that we would be interested in too much because we're really nerds and we like Star Wars and comic book movies. But this seems like it's going to be a good one. I think Owen Wilson's in it. I think Julia Roberts is in it. Yep. Some big names in it. And it just looks like it's going to be a decent one. So I wanted to throw that one in there as well. That one comes out
here on IMDb.
I have the trailer up.
Yeah, that one comes out November 17th, 2017. So, pretty soon.
Yeah, this one looks really good. It's a PG movie. Yeah, this looks
Yeah,
really
it looks like kind of a heartwarming movie that you would go see with your family. You know, it looks like it's gonna do well. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna do well. Getting into the next one. You take your grandma too. Next one. This is the next Disney Pixar movie. The newest Disney Pixar movie coming out. It's called Coco. This movie, Danielle just made a face like, oh my god, I'm so excited for this movie. I think a lot of people are because we haven't seen a
Coco,
Disney.
dog?
Coco is a movie. I think it's Coco, right? Yeah.
C-O-C-O, yeah.
It's gonna follow a 12-year-old boy named Miguel who sets off a chain of events relating to a century-old mystery leading to
okay,
yeah. It has I think it's very music heavy. I think it has a lot of it looks like from what I'm seeing like a kind of Mexican Latino control or culture. I think there's a lot of Day of the Dead kind of thing going on there too.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
So
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think it's going to be a cool one. So I wanted to throw that one in as well. That I think people will go check out. I know we will probably be going to see that movie.
I heard
together.
about this when I went to go watch Guardians 2. Yeah,
Yes.
this looked pretty good.
We saw a trailer for it when we saw Wonder Woman. So and Spider-Man. I think we also saw a trailer for it. So.
Yeah. And Wonder. Yeah, I saw Wonder Woman.
Yeah, so let's get into December now. We're moving into December. Christmas time is going to be coming up in this beautiful month, but that's really not what I'm looking forward to. I think we are all, except for maybe Rogue, looking forward to my biggest hype movie of the year. The biggest one.
I'm full tilt.
Star Wars The Last Jedi, Episode 8. This comes out December 15th, 2017. I will be there at midnight. We're going at midnight. Confirmed. You have a date for that night, Danielle. We're going to see it.
I'm coming up there, Jack. I'm coming up there, Jack.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll fly down to Texas for Justice League, and you'll fly up here for Last Jedi. All right.
Let's do it.
Neither one of them are gonna happen, just so you guys know. But
yeah, probably not. But well, Rick might fly up here, but I'm not flying to Texas.
Fly up there 100%.
He's been saying that he's gonna fly up there for a year now. He's not flying up there.
But this movie, man, I'm even wearing a Star Wars shirt right now, and this was not planned. I actually wore this for the other video that went up earlier this week about Luke, the images that Luke was that were released for Luke. But this movie, man, yeah, that's how I feel inside, right there. What Rick just did, that's how I feel for this movie. The poster is even fucking epic. Have you guys seen the poster for Last Jedi?
Yep.
Dude, it is epic.
It's crazy. It's some crazy shit, dude. I saw it on Twitter.
I don't know what else to say. Like this, I'm at a loss for words. Rick, help me out here.
I don't know what to say either, dog. Shit. I mean,
it's Star Wars.
Exactly. Like what else can you say?
It's Star Wars. There's nothing more.
Movie. You can't say anything about it. You just gotta be ready for it. You gotta buckle in that little seatbelt of yours. You better drive down to the movie theater and watch that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Dude, I will see this movie 3 times in theaters, probably. I will probably see it 3 times.
Jack,
even if it's shit, I'm definitely seeing it twice. Like, I'm seeing it twice.
Jack, you know what I'm probably gonna do? Is I'm probably gonna buy 2 movie tickets. One for at like 10:30 and then the following show after that.
Dude, if you do that, you're a fucking nerd. You're a sweaty nerd. Oh, man.
You would.
I would do that, dog. Like,
all right, so Willis, as an outsider, as someone who is not hyped for Star Wars at all, will you be seeing this movie?
Yeah, will. Who knows?
Will I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that I'm not hyped for Star Wars, because I love Star Wars. When I was a kid, that's all I would watch. I would sit, like, before I went to school, like actually went and started education and everything. I would sit in my living room and play with my fucking Hot Wheels and watch Star Wars all the goddamn day. Play with my Legos and shit. And yeah, I would have a great ass time, and I would watch them every single day for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And,
so will you be seeing this movie?
I will be seeing this movie if I see all the other ones again, because that was the last time I watched a Star Wars movie.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
how long has it been?
12 years.
12
Wait,
years since
12 or
my dude
11
Rick,
years,
or
and
my
I'm
dude
16.
Rogue has seen a Star
Bro.
Wars movie.
Oh, I'm almost 17. I'm a month away from being
That's a
7.
little sad.
Yeah, you need to
In
fix
the
that.
name of Marshall Erickson, if
Yeah.
you're not trillion in every 3 years, the dark side wins. Okay?
The only people who haven't seen the Star Wars movies are the people that act in them. Because they live the Star Wars. They live them.
Star Wars dead. Yeah, dude. Speaking
But-
of
Yeah,
That's the
How I
movie,
Met
that's
Your
a
Mother
shit.
reference if you don't know what that was.
Yeah.
But I will be binge watching the whole Star Wars saga, plus Rogue One, and all of the Clone Wars TV shows and the Rebels TV show because I'm super nerdy like that. I am just so excited this movie.
Oh, but did you hear the Rebels Star Wars, the Clone Wars and shit is not going to be on Netflix anymore?
Are you serious?
Yeah, it ends on the 17th.
Oh yeah, because Disney's pulling out. I
It's taking
forgot.
it's getting
Yeah.
taken out on the 17th, dog.
Shit, fuck you, Disney. God damn it.
Now you gotta go order the Disney shit just to watch
God
it.
damn it, dude. We're getting that anyway because me and Danielle watch a lot of Disney movies. But
I bet y'all do.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars,
yeah,
so that's
so
all
we all
pretty much
watch
what I
Disney.
watch. And she loves Disney movies and Disney
Yeah.
Pixar movies, so it's pretty much perfect for us. But yeah, The Last Jedi. Not much more we could say. We're all hyped for it. It's gonna be, in my opinion, the biggest movie of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
it will
excited.
break records left and right. It will break the Force Awakens record. My opinion. I don't know. A lot of people are saying it won't break Force Awakens, but I think it will. I think this movie is hyped up way more than Force Awakens was because of the cliffhanger that Force Awakens left us with. We all want to see Luke Skywalker back. And man, I think we're going to. I think he's going to be a fucking epic wizard. I cannot wait.
Same.
Moving on into December, we're going to throw a few more honorable mentions in here before we get into the big ones. Jumanji, the remake. If you guys have never seen the Robin Williams, obviously classic Jumanji, where the board game that comes to life.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Sounds really familiar.
it was a classic. It was a great movie. One of my favorites from childhood.
Same.
It is being remade with, The Rock and Jack
Kevin Hart.
Black and other people.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yes, Kevin Hart's in it. I forgot about that. Am I excited for this movie? No, because I'm worried that it's going to not do the original justice, but, it's in there. I think people are going to still go see it.
I don't see it.
I think I will as well. But
I'll see
I'm
it.
just, yeah, I'm just, yeah, it's
The
one of
the
movies.
only thing that I'm really worried about is the fact that it's not a board game anymore.
Yeah, it's like a computer game,
It's-
isn't it?
No, it literally looked like it's from a Nintendo 64. Like that's
really?
literally what it looks like. Yeah,
Ah,
because they
shit.
have controllers. Like if you watch it, they have controllers and they're like.
Oh, yeah,
Jumanji,
you're
a
right.
video
You're right.
game.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it's just
Alright.
like, I mean, maybe it might work out, but
It's weird.
either
I don't
way,
know.
it is weird. It's different, way different from the original. But either way, I'm gonna. Go
It
see
is because the original added the board game into what real life was. These guys are getting drawn into the game, correct?
Yeah.
Like they're actually being dragged into this new world.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It might work. I think the cast can be good. They can be funny. I love Jack Black. I think he's great. The Rock is iffy with me when it comes to things. I think he's overhyped, but
Yeah, but
in some movies he's amazing. Other movies, he's annoying.
yes, Jack Black is in it, but I don't think he's like a focus point character in it.
Okay. Well, Kevin Hart, I like. I like Kevin Hart a lot. So
I love Kevin Hart. I love The Rock. I mean, I love Jack Black too. But the
Yeah.
two thing is the thing with them two, Jack Black and The Rock,
Yeah.
is
yeah.
Leia, the little asshole.
Yeah. She wants to get her opinion in.
Yeah, dude.
okay.
She's got.
Yo, Leia's like, yo, let's talk about Star Wars again, man. What the fuck? The fuck is going on here?
Anyway,
Talking about
the
some
only thing
shitty
about
board
them-
game movie.
What movie did they do together where like Kevin
Central
Hart was
Intelligence.
Oh, what was the movie? It was like
Central
Intelligence
Intelligence.
something. Yeah,
Central
it's Central
Intelligence.
Intelligence. There you go.
Okay, in that movie, I loved them together because I thought they were really funny and they accent each other very well.
Mhm.
But I think like I think The Rock, they made him too girly. Like, they made him too much in central intelligence. Like, they made him too girly. They made him too weird.
Well, I think
dumb.
that's the thing with The Rock, though, is that they write The Rock like that in most movies. It's weird.
Like they made his personality so too fluffy, and that's why, like, in this, I feel like he'll be like that.
I don't know. I just think The Rock is so cheesy in most movies that he does. Like, it's hard to take him seriously in anything that he does. I think he's a good, like, a good personality. I mean, I've seen most of them. I don't have an interest in them. Sorry to hurt all of you.
Like, he's the badass that everyone amps him up to be.
Yeah, I remember him from the Scorpion King. So, if you've never seen the Scorpion King, go watch it. It's actually hilarious. It's very cheesy.
We're not talking about that.
Stop!
It's a guilty pleasure movie. If you watch it, it's actually kind of funny.
That's actually all the movies I watch are fucking guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah. All right, so we're moving on. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. We might see it. You know, it's one of those movies that I think a lot of people are going to go see. While Rick tries to get his dog under control. We're going to throw in a few more honorable mentions. We have Pitch Perfect 3. Now, this movie, obviously, I don't think any of us will see, but I know a lot of people will. That one comes out December 22nd, 2017. Danielle, are you into Pitch Perfect? The third one comes out this year.
I know. I'm excited.
Are you?
I'm
Yeah.
going
So, you are. You
I'm
like those
100%
movies?
gonna go see it. I think they're fucking hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
I think they're hilarious.
I haven't seen the second one either. I've only seen the first one.
Yeah. So.
I've seen the first, second. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I am, Rick. It's like.
I think I know I've seen them. I don't know which ones I've seen them because I really don't care. But I have seen them. But yeah, you know they're there.
It's coming out. There you go. You guys know about it. December 22nd. There you go. Another one, Danielle, that I think you would be interested in as well. Maze Runner: The Death Cure comes out in January.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
If you ever seen the Maze Runner and Maze Runner 2, this is the third one that is coming out January 12th. I'm excited for that. I've seen the Maze Runner. I have not seen the second one yet. I've seen the first one, and I loved the first one. I thought the first one was amazing.
I'd never seen the first one. I didn't even know they made a second one.
Yeah, Willis, I think you would like the Maze Runner. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
I probably
Like, it got real bad reviews, but that's just because critics are critics. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do that.
I'd never go off
It's a good film.
Movies.
For me personally, I never go off movie critics because of the fact that it's their opinion. Like,
but it's a good film.
Yeah, I think I stick to, when it comes to movie reviews, I stick to YouTube movie, like Jeremy Johns and those kind of guys. I watch those rather than, reading things on Rotten Tomatoes or any other site that reviews movies. Just because I feel like they're a little bit biased. I don't know. I think they're a little bit too harsh on movies for the most part.
Definitely.
But there you go. That is the start of the new year. The first one that I will be seeing in the new year will be The Maze Runner: The Death Cure. In January, that's pretty much it, though. The majority of them are more kind of independent movies. There really aren't that many more. I think this is the third 50 Shades. 50 Shades Freed is the third one, correct?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that one is coming out February 9th, 2018. I will not be going to see that. But that for anyone who is going to see it, there you go.
Is there a certain rule, like, okay, let's say if you went and watched the first one in the theaters, right?
18 plus.
What is there a certain rule? Do you have to bring a box of tissues too, or is that just?
Wait, are you trying to make
I'm
a
just
masturbating joke
asking,
here?
dog.
I
don't know. Oh no, just watch Pornhub, dude. You'll be fine. No, just skip that. Why are you paying for a movie ticket when you could just click on Pornhub and it's free? Like, why are you doing that, man? There's just no reason for it. I'm trying to save you money here, man. I'm trying to be your friend.
Just saying, dog.
All right, we're moving on. We're going to the next one. We're in February 16th, the 2 days after Valentine's Day. Danielle, we will be going to see this movie. It's Black Panther. I am totally hyped for this movie. We can now talk about Black Panther because someone finally saw Captain America Civil War. We can talk about it. Black Panther. I am so hyped for this movie for multiple reasons. Number one reason for me is I love the actor. I think he's fantastic as Black Panther. He was great in Captain America Civil War.
Oh, yeah,
The
100%.
story looks fantastic.
Yeah, keep talking. What?
The story, Leia's like, yo, we need to go back to Star Wars, though. Can we, like, go back to Star Wars, please? This is ridiculous. We're talking about Marvel. No, that is a cute pup, though. That is a very cute pup. Yeah, everyone read Ricky's dad. But anyway, Black Panther, I'm excited. This is a movie that I've been really hyped for a while. This is something. The other reason that I'm really hyped for this movie is because it's the last Marvel movie before the next Avengers movie. So a lot of shit is gonna go down in this movie.
A lot.
And that's one of the bigger reasons why I'm really hyped for this movie because, man, because Cap, where's he at? Cap's with Black Panther at the end of Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier's there as well. So are we going to see Chris Evans in Black Panther as Captain America?
Maybe.
With a beard? Not repping the Captain America's shield anymore?
That'd be
Yeah,
weird.
he doesn't have the shield anymore. That fucked me up so bad.
Yeah.
I know that feeling that fucking Tony Stark had. It's like, okay, you know what? Like,
All right, Willis, were you Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
fuck me. Okay, look it. I understand both parts. That's the thing, though. Like, I understand
Yeah.
Iron
You're
Man,
supposed to.
and I can completely 100% relate to him in that movie, and I like his team. But then at the same time, it's like Captain America is fighting for the right thing.
Yeah, Cap is just, I don't know,
I don't think-
man.
I don't think that, like, what Tony Stark's saying about like, the whole fucking team should be ran by the government. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's right. I think it should be ran by something.
Obviously it was a Captain America movie, so it was supposed to be, you're supposed to feel something for Captain America rather than Iron Man because it's his movie.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to get from both points. But going back to this point of Black Panther, this movie, will we see, the Winter Soldier come? Because obviously, with the Winter Soldiers in Infinity War, will we see him and Steve come back? In this movie, we saw them the last time in Wakanda. Is the last Infinity Stone that we haven't seen in Wakanda? The orange, I believe the orange stone we haven't seen in the MCU. So, is it in Wakanda? These are things that I am going into this movie thinking and questions that I want answered. What are we going to learn about Black Panther and how is it going to tie into the MCU? Because, yeah, it's great to have an origin story, but it's also great to tie into Infinity War. What are you hoping for, Rick? What are you hoping for? Now that you got your dog out of your room.
I mean, it'd be dope to see Captain America and Winter Soldier in the Black Panther movie, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, because if it is, that would be the first time that you see Captain America without his shield, which I think the first time in the build-up that you should see him without his shield and getting his shield back is in Infinite War. Or Infinity War, whatever. I forget the Infinity War. Is in that movie because that brings everybody back together.
Right.
So it would be weird to see him get his fucking shield back in a different movie when they're all not back together.
True.
And when in reality, when he can actually see and be with Iron Man and settle their differences and get his shield, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be dope too.
Right.
Like, in that movie.
Do you think that, possibly that's a post-credit scene where Tony calls Steve
to
to lead into Infinity War because it's the last movie till the next Avengers movie? So,
be,
like,
yeah.
could be that be the post-credit scene where Tony's like, yo, some shit's going down.
We
I need you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
is that,
100%,
does
I
that,
can
do you
see
think that would be the post-credit scene?
Yeah, 100%.
Yo, Leia wants in. Leia's like, guys, Last Jedi, though.
Star
Like,
Wars.
Oh, I don't know what to do about
like
this.
yo,
I don't
like,
know
my
what to
girl
do.
Carrie Fisher's in Last Jedi. I'm named after this lady. Come on, man. Let's talk about this.
Dude, the actor that fucking played me died. I need to be in here.
Anyway, Willis,
Yeah.
your thoughts. What are you hoping for Black Panther?
Honestly, I think Ricky's wrong. I think we're gonna see Captain America. I think we're gonna see
Yeah?
Winter Soldier in there.
I am not
Nice.
wrong.
And I think during the movie he's gonna get his shield back. There's gonna be something where they have to, or where Tony calls them, and they're gonna get back together, and he's gonna get his shield back, and they're all gonna go back together as one happy fucking family and fight some badass people.
Fucking Thanos. Fuck
Yeah,
that bitch, alright?
Yeah, fuck it.
That purple
Fuck.
bitch.
Yeah. It looks
Alright,
like
so what do you think, though? The last Infinity Stone, do you think it will be in Wakanda?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think.
Because we haven't seen one. I think one is, it's just the orange one that we have not seen. Because we've seen the green one in Doctor Strange. That's the Time Stone.
Yeah.
We saw the red one in Thor Dark World, which was the Ether. We saw, obviously, the Tesseract was the blue one, which was from the Avengers movie, Captain America, First
And the
Avenger.
Infinity Stone. And,
The Infinity Stone is in Vision's head. The purple one was in Guardians 1. So, yeah, it's just the orange one that we haven't seen.
Wait.
What?
Oh, no, I'm trying. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
I'm
Wait,
pretty
it's
sure
in
that...
Vision's head?
Yeah, the yellow stone is in Vision's head.
Because that came out of Loki's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was in
Saber.
the scepter that Loki had.
Of the supper, yeah. Supper,
Yeah.
supper.
Supper? Supper. We need to go get some
I'm
supper.
hungry.
Yeah, I am hungry.
Hungry.
Um,
Hungry.
I think, honestly, I haven't seen the second Thor, and I haven't seen Doctor. I haven't seen any of them.
You need to get your shit together.
For real, dude. You're fucking up.
I've only
Yeah,
seen
this
Tesseract
fool
and-
needs to be kicked off the show until he gets this shit done.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Yeah.
He needs to be
Yeah?
kicked out of the org.
Oh shit! Oh shit! God
It's
damn!
your truck.
Oh
Sorry, I just had a real
no!
bad cough, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh
I'm getting sick.
no! All right, we're moving on. Black Panther. We are all hyped to see it. I will be seeing it at midnight. I'm gonna have a lot of midnight releases this year. Starting with Thor Ragnarok. Hell yeah! Going into
Hells yeah.
Justice League. Hell yeah!
Hell
Going into
yeah.
Last Jedi. Hells
Hell
yeah!
No,
I'm gonna see that. I'm probably gonna do what Rick said. I'm gonna see the fucking midnight show, and then I'm gonna see it at 3 a.m. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
yeah.
I'm taking it off
Yeah.
work the next day, and then Black Panther I will be seeing at midnight because I'm an MCU nerd. All right, so let's move into May. Yes, we're jumping all the way to May. I'm looking for any honorable mentions. Pacific Rim Uprising. I liked Pacific Rim, but I think it's been a little bit too long between movies. I don't think that one's gonna.
It's because he did another movie. He did. Because wait, the first Pacific Rim came out when?
I think it was like 09.
I thought it was
10?
2014.
No, it was earlier than that. It's got to be earlier than that.
Pacific Rim came out in 2013.
2013.
It came out in
What did I say?
2013.
2014. I said
I thought it was earlier than that. Oh,
It came out in 2013, and then
So
after
5-year
this
difference.
movie, after this movie, I think he did the King Arthur movie.
right. Yes, he did. He did that.
King Arthur was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
That's the
like,
guy from Sons of Anarchy, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen King Arthur.
That
So,
movie's so good. You need to watch it as soon as you can watch it.
all right, I will. I'll definitely check it out. But Pacific Rim Uprising, that one comes out March 23rd, 2018. If anyone is interested, I might see it. I don't know. That one's up in the air for me. Other than that, though, a lot of indie films coming out in March and April. But then, the big kahuna. The biggest movie.
The biggest of the big.
I think this is
Rick
actually,
sounds big.
I think people are saying this is the most superhero or most like big name actors in one film.
Oh, 100%.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we're going
You're
back to
clueless.
Marvel. Avengers Infinity War, Avengers 3. This movie, man, if you guys have not seen the leaked trailer, it's all over YouTube from Comic-Con. Check it out and you will be hyped up as fuck. The opening scene of that trailer is Thor crashes into the Guardians ship, and then it moves into other things. Go watch it. Just go watch it. It's really good.
I think
But
it's gonna be fucking amazing.
this movie, man, they look like they're having so much fun on this.
Oh,
If you do not
100%.
follow Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr. or Mark Ruffalo, who plays Hulk, or Tom Holland or Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Doctor Strange, all these guys are tweeting pictures out of Infinity War and the setting or the sets of Infinity War and how much fun they're having. That's such a good sign. That is such a good sign for a Marvel movie, because every time that has happened, something awesome happens.
Yep.
And this movie, I am just so, I mean, let's go over some of the big names. You got Iron Man, you got Doctor Strange, you got Spider-Man, you got Captain America, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy. I fucking can't even think of Thor, Hulk, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, Black Widow. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Vision,
Black Panther,
you
Ant-Man,
got
the Wasp,
Ant-Man, you got fucking
Thanos.
Ant-Man, dog.
All right, Thanos,
You
Loki,
got the Wasp.
Loki.
Nebula.
Wasp.
I mean, the Wasp.
The Wasp?
Yeah, isn't the Wasp? Yeah,
The
she's
Wasp
gonna be-
is Ant-Man's kind of like sidekick. Yeah, she's in
Yeah.
it. Because they just confirmed Ant-Man and the Wasp movie for later in the summer. So, I mean, just there you go. That's like, like 20 names
Yeah,
right there?
dude.
And we don't know if they're introducing people in this. We don't know. Like, there's just so much that has not been...
Yo, I'm ready for
I
this
mean,
movie.
If you just
Captain
think
Marvel?
about
Is that
it, how
something?
hyped do you get? I mean, this movie's going to be epic. Like, it's going to be epic. And
Oh, yeah.
Thanos looks like an actual badass.
Yeah.
I mean, even though he's
I'm
all
excited.
CGI, but he's a fucking badass.
Yeah, but like
dog.
Josh
Yeah,
Brolin's
but the
bringing
people
it.
who do
Yeah.
Like, you know
the
he's
people
bringing
who
it.
fucking do the CGI are fucking amazing.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
shit's
I'm
crazy.
excited.
Yeah.
But it's just there's just so many people, man. How can you not be hyped by that list? You know, we thought Civil War was epic, man. Wait for fucking Infinity War. This movie's gonna be great. It would suck if this movie sucked, though, wouldn't it?
I would.
Yeah,
I would probably cry if it sucked.
This
I would
movie
cry.
would be like the new Transformers, where
Yes.
where everybody thought it was going to be good, so they went and saw it, and it brought in $45.3 million on opening weekend, but it sucked.
Yeah, it was ass. That movie was horrible.
So
Yeah, no, horrible. But there's not much more to say other than this movie we're really hyped about, and we will be seeing multiple times in theaters because take my money, please. Just take it, work on Avengers 4, please. Just make them all amazing, please.
gone. See ya.
I'm saving
Alright,
up just for this movie. Like, you can have all of it.
I'm
Like,
gonna go get a job just for this movie. That job, so that I can spend all my money.
like
I
this
got
in
on
The Last
movie.
Jedi will literally be that. Like, I would actually go and get a job just to pay for this movie.
Just
to
pay for
fund
this movie.
yeah.
Just to fund for multiple viewings of
Get
this
a
movie.
job 2 weeks before the movie. Get one paycheck, and on the day you get the job, say I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice,
Exactly,
and you're good.
dude. Exactly, because I need to put my 2 weeks in because I'm seeing this movie multiple times. I don't got time for work. But
Priorities.
there's nothing. Yeah, priorities. We're moving on. This one is probably my second hyped movie, Infinity War. So really hyped about that. We'll be seeing that at midnight as well. Booking my tickets early for that one. So unfortunately, that does come out May the 4th, which
May the 4th be with you.
With you.
don't get that one. But it is what it is. Some honorable mentions, though. May 11th, Troy, the Resurrection of something. I can't really see the title. Resurrection of... Wow, it actually looks like anus. Aeneas?
Anus.
I don't know what that is, man.
Can you
It
link
doesn't
this?
look interesting to me. Yeah, it's right here. Let me...
Let me see if I can fucking. My dumbass can actually say something. Let's see.
I'm going to put it in Discord for you.
Okay, thank you.
There you
Alright,
go.
go on with what you were saying.
This just I don't know. You know, there's not much information on it. I don't know. It looks Troy is one of those movies that I liked, obviously with Brad Pitt back in the day, but I don't know if this is like a different kind of take, like a future. I don't know. The sword kind of looks futuristic. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know too much about this movie, but it looked interesting from the picture, so I'd add that in there. Moving on though, the Lego movie sequel. I know a lot of people are really into those movies. That one comes out May 18th, 2018. If you're interested, I will not be seeing that movie. But then we got the untitled Han Solo movie, which is supposedly coming out May 25th, 2018. Bad marketing on Disney's move. Why didn't they just do it on May the 4th? But, you know, it is what it is. This movie has had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of casting changes, a lot of director changes. Should they just scrap the movie? Yes, I think they should, but I know a lot of people are interested in this movie. You know,
Aeneas. Sorry.
What?
It's Aeneas. Sorry
Aeneas?
to cut you off, but Aeneas.
Aeneas?
Yeah.
I
I just
don't know.
Googled it.
I'm not really interested. So, thank you though, Willis, for
Yes.
correcting me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, so
I like
back
Aeneas
to
better.
back
Sorry,
to
keep going, what?
back to the untitled Han
Yeah.
Solo film.
I'm excited
This
for that.
movie, are you excited? Are you?
I am. I actually really am. Yeah. I'm gonna fucking spend the like $4 million it costs to buy all those movies in the set, so I can watch them all before these movies come out.
Damn.
I'm gonna watch these. Yeah. I don't know how much. Isn't it like $90 for the full Star Wars?
Just
thing
the
on Amazon?
saga, the 6 movies.
Yeah.
It
And then
was
everything else I can-
$85 for the Blu-ray collection that I have.
Yeah.
And then you have to buy Force Awakens and Rogue One. But this
Rogue One.
movie I'm not interested in. I have no interest in this movie at all.
Really?
None whatsoever. I know, as much of a Star Wars nerd as I am, I would much rather see an Obi-Wan film. I don't need a Han Solo origin story. Han Solo is Harrison Ford. Stop it. No one else can play him. You know, I'm sorry. That's just how it is. And this movies have been nothing but trouble. They've had director changes. They've had casting changes. It just seems like this movie was doomed from the start, and I don't want to see the scrapped version of what they're going to come up with. I'm just not interested in it. I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to go see it. I probably will see it, but it's just it doesn't.
It's
it
not
doesn't.
a priority for
Yeah, it doesn't get me. Like I don't.
Yeah.
It's not gonna bring my hype. I'm just not interested in it. But you guys are hyped for it. Why? What are your reasonings for why you're hyped for this one?
I
Because
just
I
love
wanna-
Han Solo.
Because I want to be in
Honest.
the loop of the Star Wars thing again.
You want to be
Willis
the
doesn't
Star
wanna be
Wars
left
nerd.
out. He doesn't
Yeah,
wanna
he
be
doesn't.
left
He
out
wants to
anymore,
be on the
dog.
movie Hangout Star Wars talks. He wants to be on those.
I don't want to be on those. I just want to know what you guys are talking about.
That's how Chris Lake feels when we talk about the MCU. All right, so Rick, you just like Han Solo. That's
I
all
like Han Solo.
right. There it is. There.
Yeah.
All right, so he will be seeing this. Rogue will be seeing this. Let's move
Okay.
on though to the last few. These are movies that I'm just gonna mention real quick because there aren't really that many details on these movies just yet because they are so far in the future. I'm gonna mention the best Fantastic Four sequel, The Incredibles 2, to the best Fantastic Four movie out there, Incredibles 1. If you've never
Yep.
seen any of the Fantastic movies, you know I'm correct. If you've ever seen them, you don't watch the Fantastic Four movies. Just watch The Incredibles.
I watch the new ones.
Don't watch. Just don't. They're bad.
I like the original one. I'm sorry, but
Shit.
MCU, purchase Fantastic Four back from Fox, please.
I like anything,
Right.
and I will say those movies are shit. I
Yes.
like a lot of movies. Like any movie, I almost liked Green Lantern.
Just remember in Fantastic Four, Chris Evans was in that. Captain America was fucking in that movie, and he was awful. There you go. Just remember that. No, Jessica Alba was. Whew.
Well,
That was the best part of that movie.
Oh
Mm.
shit!
You know, Jessica Alba was something else back in the day. Man, I had a massive crush on Jessica Alba. I probably still do, to be honest. Let's get into it. You know, The Incredibles 2. Have you guys seen the first one? I
Of
think we've all
course.
seen the first one.
Yeah.
I own the first one. Danielle, Incredibles 2. You gonna go see it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, she's gonna go see it. She just shook her head
Hell
like
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Then obviously another Disney Pixar movie, Toy Story 4, is
Hell
going to be
yeah.
coming out in the summer. I will be seeing this, although I think they should have ended at 3. But hey, you need to make money, Disney. I get
I
it.
will be the only adult
need to
in that
make
movie
what the
theater
fuck?
without a kid.
What the fuck?
Sorry,
do
they
you
don't
mean
need to make money. They want to
more?
make money.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4, I get it. I get why you're doing it, but you know, I think you should add another 3. Yes, I will be going to see this one as well. Rogue, yeah, Willis, you gonna see it?
Wait, what movie? Toy
Toy Story 4.
I'll probably not know. Unless my fucking family decides to take my nephew and my nieces to go see it, then maybe I'll tag along, but
All right, I got you. Fair enough.
I don't have time for movies like that.
All right, and then
That's fair.
there's priorities, you know?
yeah, man, I got you. Then moving on to Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom, which is the sequel to the very popular Jurassic World that came out with Chris Pratt in it. I liked that movie. I thought it was really good. Did not
Same.
think it was as good as the original Jurassic Park, but still was pretty good. I will be seeing this movie with Danielle because she's a huge Jurassic World fan. Excited? Yes? We all pretty much excited for that one?
I could care less, honestly.
Could care less? All right, moving on. Willis doesn't
Alright,
want to
that
see
was
that
easy.
one.
Let's go.
All right, now we're getting back into the Marvel world. We got Ant-Man and the Wasp. That is coming out July 6, 2018. Did you guys see the first Ant-Man? Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah, I
I
liked
did.
it.
I love Paul Rudd, man.
But the thing
Paul
is,
Rudd
is
is
I
amazing.
think in Infinity War he's gonna go through something traumatic and he's gonna cut out that kind of sarcastic act that he got.
Yeah, you think
like
so?
in Civil War, he's like that. Like he'll just talk shit to people, but he's never met them before. Like I think that's really fucking funny.
Who are
but
you
I
again?
think some-
Come on, man.
yeah, but I think that's really funny, and I think in Infinity War he's gonna get something's gonna happen, and fucking reality's just gonna click. And he's
Yeah,
just,
I mean, Ant-Man has always been kind of that
Maybe, yeah.
supporting character. Obviously, he's not a huge part of the Avengers, but I did like Ant-Man. I like
like
the
Flash.
the individual film. I like that one. Obviously, my girl Kate from Lost is going to be in this one. She's going to be the Wasp. I'm excited for that because it's another girl I had a huge crush on.
You probably still do.
I definitely still do, man. Hey, man, she was in love with a guy named Jack on Lost, so hey, you know, what do you got, man? Anyway, I'm excited for this one. It's a Marvel movie. I'm going to see it. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Moving into these final ones, these are way, way, way in the future to wrap up 2018. Jungle Book Origins, not really sure what that one's going to be about. Mulan, the live-action Disney adaptation of Mulan. Very excited for this one because they are including all Asian cast in Mulan, which is something that Disney has not done in the past with their movies. They've kind of added white people where there shouldn't be.
yeah, and I'm glad that's gonna be all Asian.
I'm glad it's going to be the Asian culture is going to be very much shown in this movie because I
Their
loved
culture,
Mulan.
They should explain it. Yeah.
I loved Mulan as a kid. It was one of my favorite Disney movies. Then we got Captain Marvel, which is a movie that not a lot of people know about. This one's going to be set in the 90s for Marvel movies. So it's going to be obviously before Infinity War, before the first Avengers, before not before Captain America, but before Iron Man, comes out as Iron Man. So this is like the prequel. So I'm excited for that. She looks pretty good. Her costume has a very similar feel to Captain America. So I'm excited to see what that, that's new to me. So it definitely brings my interest in. But that's it. That's wrapping up what we're really excited for the next few years of movies.
Yeah.
It's a good one, man. It's a
yeah.
good time to be alive, man. Let me tell you. Holy shit. We live in the golden era, man. The comic books. It's cool to be a nerd now.
Oh yeah, and another one you forgot as like a little, it's not like a real big movie that most people might not want to see, but
Sure.
I think it's the 22nd is Kingsman Secret Service: The Golden Circle.
Yes, I did forget that one. You are correct.
I do wanna
forgot
see
about
that.
that. Yes, I do want to see that one
I
as
wanna
well.
see that.
I
I
completely.
honestly haven't even heard of it.
I forgot.
Oh, you need to watch the first one. The first
Yeah,
one's
that's
good.
a good one. It's a
Wait,
good.
It's a
movie.
good movie. Kingsman
great
Secret
movie.
Service.
Oh
Watch
yeah,
it.
I've seen that. I fucking love that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, the second one, the
second
Golden
one's coming out.
Circle is coming out on the 22nd.
Man, I can't believe I
do
forgot
believe.
about that. I'm
Yeah,
actually
I just
embarrassed that I
remembered
forgot about that. Shit.
That's
But yeah, that
why
one's
you
coming
make
out very
yourself
soon, actually.
Yeah, it is.
That's coming
yeah,
out
it's
very
coming
soon.
Out like in 2 weeks.
Yep. So there you go. Adding
Yep.
in. There you go. If you want to see that one's coming out in a few weeks. So
Excited.
that is going to wrap up this movie Hangout a lot. This one was a long one, but it was
Yeah,
a
it
good
was.
one. We had a lot of fun
Yeah.
talking about movies because this is what this show's about. Exciting
Yeah.
times. We live in the golden era. It's cool to be a nerd. Be proud to be a nerd.
Yeah.
Rep your Star Wars shit. Rep your Marvel shit. Rep your DC shit.
Yeah.
I can't rep anything right now because
Rep
this is a Marilyn
Deadpool,
Monroe shirt,
you
but
know.
yeah.
Yo, Marilyn Monroe's cool too, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man. All right.
I got
That's
some
going to wrap up this one.
Silver Bowl.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this
Yeah.
video or anything that we do, be sure to subscribe. We're going to try to do these videos live from now on, but if we don't, we're going to do these recorded episodes as well. We want to get some interactions in the comment section below. What are you guys excited for out of the movies that we listed? Rick, any last words?
Save your money now, kids. Save your money now.
Yeah, save up.
Yep.
Save up
Count
now.
your dollars, man. Rogue, same comment? Anything else to add?
No, dude, I've already said what I need to say.
Yeah, but we
Fucking-
covered pretty much all of it.
Prepare. Go
Prepare
sober.
your butts.
Don't drink and drive.
It's going to be a
Park and
crazy
spark.
one.
Okay.
Just saying, Last Jedi's going to break some records, dude. That's what I'm signing off with.
Yeah.
100%.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.
Peace.